ticket to the conference championship round. We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. To the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Miller. And space tough to come by there as they get maybe a yard to the 37.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
This is 2nd and 8. Throwing, Shuck. He's going to let this one go deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 59 yards.
1st and goal, New Orleans.
Perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. They'll run with Gibson. And he gets halfway there from the 4th and 2 on a gain of 2.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Shuck now to throw. They set up the screen to Miller. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7.
A 5-yard loss.
Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is right there. It's good.
Makes the score
Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. To the air with McCarthy. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
Well, that's good for a 1st down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. They'll run here with a rookie. Tackle made by Chase Young.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left it no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off. and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now on to punt. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
There's a short one caught by Johnson. He takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Saints.
They go play action here with Shuck. The short one there, caught by Likely. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be 2nd and a couple.
The coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Let's go. 19, 19, go.
To throw is Shuck. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. To throw now, Shuck. This is caught at the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave, 55 yards. And the Saints are able to add on to that lead. Point after try forthcoming. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. And that flag accepted. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Here we go.
Now McCarthy. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have the Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. The 20. 5. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. 48 yards. And the Vikings have cut it back within a score. Extra point splits the uprights. That'll cut it to 3 and 10-7. Chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
They'll give it up the middle to Miller. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And in that yardage game, they can run that plan any down.
Here's Shuck. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And it'll be second down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Here's 2nd and 10. Straight ahead, Gibson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now he's going to step up and run. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. On the return, it's Rodgers. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
Their own 32-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time I look and repeat that, Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's McCarthy. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. Want to bring up second down. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second down and 7. Throwing is McCarthy. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll run. This is Jordan Mason. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
At the 32-yard line.
Second and 6.
Second and 6.
They'll go play action. Here's McCarthy. That is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Third down from the gun, McCarthy. This one brought in by Jefferson. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 12-yard line. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right in the yard.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
From the 3, second and a yard. Straight ahead, here's Mason. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. That is caught. Touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Vikings have taken the lead. An extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10.
Saints 10.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings moving away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
And especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down.
It's now second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Inside handoff now, Miller. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the run there. Now they'll be looking at a third down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Here's third and 10.
Here we go.
In motion right is Robinson. They'll throw. Here's Shuck. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Rodgers to return it. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
At their own 32-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Danny Stutzman gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Looking to throw McCarthy. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. The final shot before break. McCarthy. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. McCarthy operating from the gun. A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think probably you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Miller. And we'll get a few yards here to the 34.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know you're trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Play action now. Shuck. The short one there, caught by Likely. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Now Shuck. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they had a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Trap 60, round ball 80. Check. Warning 17. 19 Lion. 18.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that will be incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he's got room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
2 yards on the pickup there. And it's second down.
At the Saints' 45-yard line.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on third and medium to pick up the first.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stump that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Third and goal, McCarthy. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. And the defense rises to the challenge. They get him down for a loss of 2, and it brings up fourth and goal. And his kick is indeed good. I don't know if they were going for it on fourth and goal. The sack on third down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that. This is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And takes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Their own 23-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now he'll tuck this and run. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They'll indeed go. Here's Shuck. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff to Miller. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a gain of 16 yards.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Finding Miller once more, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Right back to him for 10 more to 1st.
Saints 1st down. 1st and 10.
Looking out of the gun here, Shuck. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Did he get the feet down? Yes. Touchdown. Wandale Robinson, 35 yards. And the Saints are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is as we're all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Both these teams fighting for their playoff lives. All tied 4th quarter as the kick is away here. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
Their own 35-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And as a fan of the NFL, not much more you could hope for in this divisional round matchup. Tie game, fourth quarter. A lot of these fans with their hearts in their throats waiting to see what happens here.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
2nd and 9 now. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you've got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down.
A gain of a yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
To the air with McCarthy. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. McCarthy. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 26. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Mason going to get it on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
From the gun on 3rd down. McCarthy. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
A gain of 12 yards.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get your reset. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Back to throw. McCarthy. That's complete right around the 8.
And that absolutely cannot happen. Just a gain of a yard in this situation. You've got to get chunks of yardage. Otherwise, the defense very happy with what you're doing.
Playoff lives at stake. Boy, this is a big one. 3rd down. Looking to throw. McCarthy. Well, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming.
A 25-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And the ball is knocked out. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a blocker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football. I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Back to throw. McCarthy. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people putting pressure at you, they manage to hold them there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Sitting down to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Chuck now to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it all the way down to the 3.
It's a game of 6.
Here we go. 1st and goal.
Good for the Saints. First down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
To throw is Chuck. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
And now defensively, the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments. And anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
From the gun, Chuck. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Chuck's pass intercepted. The coverage by Brian Cook.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Now the Vikings will continue on in these playoffs as we say so long, everybody. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.